Hey guys, welcome back to Marriages Restored in Faith. My name is Ray.
Hi guys, my name is Dora. It is Monday, August 26, 2024.
And yes, I know you haven't seen us on Facebook, even posting anything on Facebook because, well, we'll explain that here in a second. And I'm in a very extremely dirty shirt.
He just realized that.
It's supposed to be white, but it's actually brown. I've been outside working all day.
Yes.
Working in the shop, trying to get things done. 100-degree weather, but still has to work. We still have to work and get things done. So, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. And as you see, prepping, what many miss in prepping. And this is something that's really important for all of us to do. I know a lot of us get busy and get caught up in everything that we have to do.
Yes.
I know we get on the news, we look at news. In fact, this entire weekend from Friday, probably late Thursday, early Friday, we didn't even look at anything that was going on or what was happening throughout the news.
Right.
We didn't get on any social media. We didn't get in on any news websites. I mean, we were not paying attention to what was happening. And a lot of people are constantly, in fact, we talked to some, and it is constantly on the news, on secular news, and listening to everything, watching the some YouTube video. And here's the thing with the YouTube. I mean, it's good, but it can also be bad. Why? Because there is a lot of clickbait videos,
Yes.
clickbait titles. People post their face and like they're surprised, and then they put, "I can't believe this has happened." It's all clickbait just to get people to view it. That's not us. We don't want to be doing that. And let me share an article with you real quick. So if you can pull up that article, and we'll get into that, and we'll tell you what people miss. And I'm going to pull up this article on here, and you see on here it says, this was August 15, 2024. Possible U.S. seaport strike could back up goods for months, shipping experts say. And that's just the title. You can go on down here and you can read the entire thing. And it's talking about them going on a strike. And that's what will cause, if they go on a strike, that's what will cause the goods from not being shipped out, not being transported out, not being trucked in, because it's got to come off the ships first. So if we can go back to the top of the title and leave it at the very top, because I don't want to read the whole article. I just want you to see this, and you can read the entire article yourself. But I want you to think of something. If this happens, I mean, what's happening this year? We've been saying it. What's happening this year? What's the agenda behind all this? People think there's not going to be a Great Depression. I know that. There's people that think that. There's people that think that it's going to all go back to normal. There's people out there thinking that they're going to get free money. I mean, you'll be surprised what people are thinking that right now. But I really want you to pay attention to this. If this happens right here, if the strike happens, whether it's intentional, whether it's by people being right, saying that they want a raise, or other means or other reasons behind it. Who knows what the reasons can be? If this happens, are you prepared? Are you ready? Do you have enough supplies? And I'm not talking just about cakes, cookies.
Which that would be Ray's number one supply.
No, well, I can tell you a story. Back in Y2K, everybody thought of Y2K, right? I was in the military at the time. We were laughing about it. And we're in the military. We're like, well, I mean, if that really happens, I mean, we have the base. We have all kinds of supplies. We have all kinds of things. MREs. I had a case of MREs anyway because I was in the military. They just give them out.
Right.
My brother, he decided he was all freaked out about the Y2K. He was thinking it was going to happen. What was his first things to do? Buy those big old cans of pudding.
Chocolate pudding.
Think of that. Big old giant cans of pudding. If you know which ones I'm talking about, it's like I guess they have them for the cheese also to make nachos
they're
because of the
they're
restaurants.
like the 68 fluid ounces,
big old pickles and
Yeah.
whatever. Well, he bought cans of pudding.
which we don't know where he found that from.
I don't know what he was thinking about. But it's just things that people think about. I mean, they're gonna buy. Oh, I need to make sure I have my candy. What is that really going to help you during that time?
Right.
I mean, it might be a snack just to get your mind off of things, but I just want you to look at this and pay attention to this. If this happens, are you ready? Are you prepared? So we can take that off now. So now let's go back to the title. What were me and Dora and Joe doing during this time, during the weekend?
Right.
If you recall, it was Dora that was making some videos for about 2 weeks. And during that time, I was actually in training. I was training for 2 weeks, so I couldn't do any videos. That's just to, each and every one needs to take either classes, training, something to help us during this time. Learning a new skill, updating your skills, learning
Right.
other things. I mean, the list can go on. So during that time, I had talked to Dora and I said, you know what? We are prepping so much. We are doing all kinds of things. It's prepping after prepping after prepping, and you know it can get overwhelming.
Right. One thing to do, around here, around your, you've seen our videos of the solar panels.
Mhm.
You've seen, so we've been busy, doing projects, small projects, big projects. And not to say that we don't have any other projects to do, because we do. We still have some projects that we're thinking about, going to start and needing to start, to get prepared for the fall.
Mhm.
But yes, so then we said,
And then we have a list of more things to do.
mhm,
It's never ending.
right,
So we said, you know what? After I'm done with this 2 weeks of training, we'll decide we need to just leave the house and go take a couple of days and be off,
mhm.
unwind,
Unwind. There you go.
unwind, not be on social media, not think about anything else. And I'm not talking about going out there and putting your head in a hole. Like,
Right.
no, that's not what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about, it does not have to be expensive, but you need to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to take a break.
Yes.
Whether it's just renting a small cabin out in the woods or renting a cabin in a nice area, renting something just to be out
Mm-hmm.
for a day or two, just to spend some quality time with family and don't do anything else, but just relax.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think about how much prepping you have to do. Don't think about what you haven't done in prepping,
Right.
what you're missing,
Mm-hmm.
and stay off of social media.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of us have been guilty to get on social media and there's another thing happening. Oh, another crisis happening.
Right.
Oh, something else. I mean, it's never ending.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out there and you just unwind, it's a stress reliever, I guess you can say it that way.
Right, and it just helps your mind to relax. Not to be thinking about all your chores, all your projects that you have to do. To be able to just kind of assess the situation once you get back, because I am pretty good about shutting that part down when I need to, like as I'm packing, getting ready to go on whatever trip it is. I'm like done. It's like, okay, now I'm thinking about the trip. What you're doing in the trip, what places you're going to see, places you're going to go eat at, things that you want to do while you're there. And that's pretty much, how it helps me to kind of not think about, stuff that I know needs to get done, back at home. And of course, the prepping and the projects that you have, but it just helps you to unwind and not to get yourself overwhelmed
Mm-hmm.
on constantly just thinking about, this is what you have to do. I mean, we know what we need to do. We know what needs to get, done. If you've been doing that, for the past 3, 4, 5 years, then that's awesome. You can enjoy a break. You know, that is that is
but
something.
you shouldn't wait till 3 or 4 years
Right, no,
before you
no.
take a break.
Right.
But the thing is a lot of us have been guilty of being overwhelmed. Of we can't do enough. When does it end? And you have to take that break.
Yes.
I'm telling you, once you take that break and you come back, all right, now we can start up again, and we can start off where we ended and start where we
pick up where we
ended.
left.
Yeah, pick up where we left off and start it again. And you're not overwhelmed.
Right.
A break helps. You have to take that break. Some people snap and say, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. I can't take it no more. I'm not going to prepare anymore. You can't do that. So take that break. Take that rest. And it doesn't have to be any expensive. In fact, I don't recommend an expensive you talk about some people want to spend $10,000, $20,000 on a vacation. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just go rent a small cabin, go out there, or a hotel, whatever you like to do, and just spend some quality time, 2 or 3 days. It doesn't have to be a week, 2 weeks. It doesn't have to be fancy.
Right.
Even a lake, if you want to just go spend some time at the lake and go unwind and be at the lake and just barbecue and enjoy it.
Yes. And the point of that is, whether it's 2 or 3 days, the point of that is that you have to be intentional about spending quality time. Meaning unplugging completely. Don't, like Ray was saying, we didn't do any social media. We didn't do any Facebook. We didn't want to know what was happening right there and then, because whatever happened, you're going to get updated whenever you get back on there.
We went to one restaurant. It was breakfast, and we really enjoyed it because we saw no one on their phones.
Yes.
People were literally just talking with each other, laughing, enjoying themselves. Nobody was on the phone. That was great.
That was.
And then we went to another restaurant, and then right next to us, the 3 people, it had to be a dad and 2 kids, all 3 of them were on the phone. And that's hard to see, that they're not talking, they're not communicating. And that's what we're saying, that you need to take a break, go out there and just communicate, enjoy yourselves, relax, and then come back and start preparing again.
Tackle it again.
That is such a stress reliever that you don't have to get, and that's one thing I said, we have to go take a break, and then we'll be back. It's just be 2 or 3 days, and it was Friday, Saturday, and we came back Sunday. That was it. And I think we're good, because we came back and we started working again. No complaints. Although we did rent a cabin that had a lot.
It was pretty foresty. It was pretty which, we don't mind being out there, in
nature. We don't mind being out there in
there
nature.
You go. In nature.
We don't mind it.
I just don't like nature inside my cabin.
This one was Joey, man. This is something Joey never experienced. So we're out there at nighttime. We came back to the cabin at dark, and it's dark out there. It was pitch black.
Yes.
So you have to actually have your flashlights walking up to your cabin, because you just don't know if you're gonna. Hopefully, you don't come up to a snake.
Right.
So we came up and our flashlight, and right there by the door, it was full of daddy long legs.
Yeah.
If you don't know what a daddy long leg is, it's an 8-legged spider. Big old spider, but it's so thin, it doesn't hurt you.
No.
But it's just a creepy thing that it's just creepy for people.
Yeah.
I was just looking at him like, okay, well, I guess we're just gonna, and I started telling stories of other things. But Joy was backing up and didn't like it. I'm not exaggerating. It had to have been 50 to 100, because it was all on the wall of the cabin, on the outside of the cabin, all by the door. So you had to start scooting them over so you can open the door and get in there.
Yeah, get in the cabin.
So that's how it was. And then I had a porch, so you actually could open the curtain and you would just see them on the porch, all walking around. So,
but by daylight they were gone.
But
they were gone. It's just at night, when you're supposed to be inside your cabin, nice and tucked away.
So we got back a couple of times and they were all over the cabin, but there was nothing we could do about it. It's just part of it. So I'm not saying to go rent a place like that, but we just happened to rent a place and we didn't know it was going to be like that. But it's okay. So I'm just telling you, go unwind. Just spend a day or 2. Hey, if it's even, we've done this also. This is another thing we've done, and I think we're about to do this again here about 2 or 3 weeks. And we've gone to just an hour and a half away from here, and we've gone to a town an hour and a half from here, and we go enjoy ourselves there.
Yeah, the whole day.
A whole day just to go watch a movie, go play some bowling. If you have if your town has bowling movie, I mean, you can even do that. Just a whole day, just doing that. Nothing, no prepping, no talking about prepping.
Right.
we didn't even talk about prepping.
No.
We just did what we're doing because we just wanted to unwind. So we just want to bring that to you today, because that is a lot of things that people don't do. They don't go and take a break. It's just constant run, work. Don't take a break. And then before you know it, you're at each other. You're upset. You're angry. You're wondering what's going on. You're stressed out. Your health is going the wrong way. But if you take a break and unwind, that you're going to see that energy come back, and it's going to be, all right, now I can get back to work. Now we can get to doing it again.
Right. Yes.
And
Very
don't,
much so.
oh, here's another thing. Don't get so, oh, we got to catch up now. We took 2 days off. We got to catch up.
Right. Be like, oh my gosh, we got so much to do. Then don't come back and get 10 times overwhelmed, because you didn't do something. No, you just, pick up where you left off. And that's, that is the most simplest and easiest, thing to do. It's just, okay, well, now whatever you were going to do, whatever you thought you were going to handle within those 2 or 3 days you were gone, well, just pick it right back up.
Because there's a shop truck that I'm working on that I could go back and say, you know what, now I got to work double because I didn't work these 2 or 3 days on it. So now I'm working till midnight, but that's not going to help any. So let me show you this video right quick. It's just something to think about once you see this. That
É morto. Não vou curar ninguém. Não vou curar ninguém.
I mean, common sense will say not to be messing with that, right?
Right.
A lot of us will say, wait a minute, I'm not going to mess with that because I know what's about to happen. But then again, we've seen people like this. We've seen people play with snakes. We've seen people pick up scorpions and play with scorpions and wonder why they got stung. I mean, we've got to use some common sense. I mean, when we're out there at that place that we're talking about, we paid attention to make sure that we didn't walk up to any rattlesnakes because it was pretty far to go to a hospital.
Oh, yeah.
So, poor guy. But I'm sure he learned his lesson. That's what you call self-correcting.
Self-correcting.
Self-correcting. It's pretty. I guarantee he won't do that again. He will not do that again. It's self-correcting. Was there another? Okay, if you can give me the other one then, and we'll cut this pretty quick. I just wanted to share that with you. That just take a break. It's for your own good. It's for your family. It's for your health. It's for yourself. Just you don't have to spend a lot of money. Just a small break, and you'll enjoy it. Here, let me show you this one. So, as you see here, all of us know Spam is not that expensive, right?
Right.
But you see that here? You see how they have them boxed up? Something to think about. If this is the direction that we're going, shouldn't we be preparing?
Yes.
Getting ready? What's the bigger picture on this? Why are they doing this? If we already know what is really happening, what the Bible clearly states, that there will be a mark of the beast.
Yes.
And you will not be able to buy and sell. So wouldn't it be wise to also stock up just in case, because we don't know how tough it's going to get. So if they're already boxing them up, more than likely people have been stealing them, right? Because that is something that you can stock up and store it for quite some time.
Yes.
So I just wanted to share that with you for you to think about. They're doing that with spam,
It's spam.
which is the least expensive item that you can purchase.
And it has a great shelf life.
Yes. So I just want to share that with you. Guys, we thank you for being here with us. We thank you for joining us. Share this video. Give us a thumbs up. A thumbs up helps with the algorithms. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber.
Yes.
And anything else? Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next one. We'll see you on Wednesday.